Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Now, I was just putting on my makeup to film a couple of videos, and when I got in close to be doing my eye makeup, I noticed that my eyebrows are kind of a mess and they need to be groomed. And I've gotten a lot of questions from people lately asking me what I do to my eyebrows, how I groom them, how I keep them from being too sparse at my age, what I do about gray hairs. So let's talk first about the sparse hairs and what I choose to do about it. I started using a lash growth serum on my brows and my lashes a few years ago because I felt like my eyebrows were getting so sparse. So the first one I used was Latisse, that's the prescription. It's also called CarePros, that's the generic, and that definitely does work. My problem with it was that it hurt, my lashes hurt to grow, but it did definitely make my brows grow in. And then I switched over to what I'm currently using, which is Revitalash. I love it because it's got this tiny little application brush that makes it so convenient to apply. So I just do one swipe at the base of my lashes, but I dip it in, each time. So dip, swipe, swipe. Then on my brows, I do one swipe down the center of each brow, about halfway across, and then down to the tail. And that gives me the perfect shape brow. Unfortunately, when I first started using a brow growth serum, I was putting it on kind of in the shape of my brow, so making more of a curved line. And what that gave me was these overly curvy brows where it kind of looked like a little hockey stick in here. So it's actually interesting how you can kind of determine your brow shape based on this, so it's whatever works for your face. While this is spendy, this tube lasts me forever. I don't know how much they managed to squeeze in here, but it lasts me a good 6 months, so I think it's worth it considering how much brow and lash growth I get out of it. Now, if you're not interested in growing your lashes, they do have just a brow version of each of these things that have more of a mascara wand kind of thing. Now, there are other things that you can do that I haven't tried, like microblading and tattooing. If this ever stops working, I am kind of curious about the microblading. I use retin-a on my skin, and when you use retin-a, you cannot wax because it'll rip all your skin off. And I learned that the hard way. You can also stop using retin-a for a couple weeks before you go and have your brows waxed, but I'm so committed to my retin-a, I'm not stopping. I would rather just, pluck them all. Threading really works great. Or you can go and have your brows hand plucked. Some of the Nordstroms, there are Anastasia brow bars that you can go into, and they'll pluck your brows for, a small fee, or you can go to a local salon or spa. This is the mirror that I use for taking care of my brows. I got this at Costco. It's a Kirkland mirror. It's 10x on this side, and it's normal magnification on this side. So, of course, I use the 10x, and I love it that it's lighted. And these are the tweezers that I use, the Tweezer Man Limited. These come with a lifetime sharpening guarantee. I've never actually taken them up on it. Let me just show you my brow up nice and close. You can see there's like little stray hairs up there. So I really just concentrate on plucking out any stray hairs that are Where am I going? Goodbye. Oh my gosh, I'm using a stool from my kitchen, and it's got like a hydraulic lifter on it, and the hydraulics just let go. So, okay, how's that better? So anyway, what was I saying? I'm just trying to maintain a nice shape, but keep a little thickness. So that's why I concentrate mostly like under here at the inner corner. And then I just do the strays in here, and I leave things up here alone pretty much. And that's my plucking routine. Using this, my brow hairs get so long that I feel like I have to trim them. I could probably braid them if I wanted to. So anyway, having to trim them is a whole nother issue. To do that, I got my little tiny scissors and this nice brow comb, and I brush my brow hairs down. I tried to do it by brushing them up, and that just didn't work for me. I ended up creating all these holes in my eyebrows. Oh, that one needs a lot of trimming. You don't want to take too much off. You just want to like nick the ends of those hairs that are hanging down low there. All right, so for disguising gray eyebrow hairs, whether you have a few or a lot, eyebrow pencils make it so much harder because that tends to color the skin and not the actual hair. So for covering grays, you need something like a brow gel. This is the Anastasia brow gel. This is a nice product. It comes in different colors. It's just like kind of a mascara wand for your brows, and you just run it through your brow hairs. But if you still have like a little sparse spot like I do there, it doesn't really help so much for that. Or you need a brow powder. This is the Too Faced Brow Envy Kit. But what I like about this one is that it comes with stencils. And these stencils are awesome. They are 3 different shapes and sizes. It comes with 2 colors of brow powder. It's got a wax here, and it also has a highlight. I like to use my Sigma E45 brush with the powder. And the template that I like is the one called Too Pretty. So you just kind of place this over your brows. Make sure you have all your brow fur in there. So you'll hold this with one hand. You dip your brush into the powder with the other one, and it's sitting on the table in front of me. I use the blonde powder, the lighter one. I never start at the outer edge. Start kind of in the middle, and I just press that in there using the brush. Then you just peel the stencil away, and there's your brow. This is the one that I reach for most. For me, this is the quickest and the easiest way to pretty much tackle all the brow problems. You know, it covers the gray, it gives me a fuller brow. It just is really simple and easy to use, and it takes the guesswork out of having to draw it in. You know, they just come out more even and better. Absolutely love this. And then what was the other thing? Was there a last step in doing the brows? Oh yeah, the underneath the brow bone, which you can use this or you can use whatever eyeshadow you use that day. This is a really, really pretty color. And then you would just put it like underneath your brow bone to give yourself a little highlight under there. And the brow highlight really helps to shape the brow and make you look like just a little bit more youthful, just having that tiny little highlight under there. All right, and the brows are done. I think I'm ready to film the next video. So I'm so glad you guys suggested this because it's really something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So I hope you found it helpful and informative. All the products I used today will be linked in the information box below the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. So that's it for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video. So take care. Bye-bye.